Public School would be replaced by a new 350 pupil school in Matthews Public School site, and then Crowland Central Public School to be closed and the students redirected to the new school on the Matthews site, which would join those two school communities, and that the southwest corner of East Welland would be redirected also to the new school at the Matthews Public site, and that the extended French program would remain at Princess Elizabeth School. So that was the option that was presented by board staff. We had a great deal of discussion about the option, and we had questions that were answered by Superintendent Hyatt and Doug Durant and Superintendent of Business Jane Roth. We presented approximately 12 options to the committee, and we began to eliminate the options, and we ended up with basically two options left: the board option, which is the one I just spoke about, and the closing the Empire School option into Plymouth Public School and moving the extended French program to Crowland Central Public School and closing Matthews and redirecting the students to Princess Elizabeth. So those were basically the two options that were left on the board for the committee. We voted, and of the 6 voting members of the review, 5 out of the 6 members chose the board administration option as their #1 choice, and 1 member chose the second option as their #1 choice. If you go on to page 6, I would like you to direct you to the findings. The first part is something that you've already seen about the parking lot, and you're very familiar with the process of the ARC. But I wanted to make sure that trustees were aware that yes, the common ground, the items of the common ground were agreed upon and were satisfied by the board option. However, it was not a consensus. Not all of the members agreed with this option, and I felt that it was important for all of the trustees to understand that Crowland Central Public School was opposed to this, and the reasons why were they really wanted to look at a boundary change that would bring more students from Port Robinson and portions of Niagara Falls into their area to increase enrollment. They figured that that was a possibility. Secondly, it is the only school in this rural community. It was very important to this community to have a rural school. Children would have a long bus ride. They were concerned about the bus ride for the children through the tunnel. And the small school atmosphere is most beneficial to their children, and that was presented both by the public and many of the members of the public in the public meetings, and also the member of the school council from the ARC. The parents were not concerned about triple split. They said that they would prefer to have their small rural elementary school rather than worry about the triple splits. And they were worried about the property values in the area as a result of the closure of that school, so it was an economic idea. And they also were concerned about students walking to school or biking to school and not being able to do so. So I wanted to make sure the trustees were aware of the concerns of the Crowland community on their school. Now, as a result of all of the discussion and the study of the data and regarding the best interest of the students of East Welland, the Accommodation Review Committee respectfully submits the following recommendations: that Empire Public School be closed for instructional purposes as of August 31st, 2011, and all Empire Public School students be redirected to Plymouth Public School, that Matthews Public School be replaced by a new 350 pupil school on the Matthews Public School site for September 2012. That Crowland Central Public School be closed as of August 31st, 2012, and the students be redirected to the new school on the Matthews Public School site. In the event that the new school is not ready for instructional purposes as of September 2012, the Crowland Central Public School students would remain in Crowland Central Public School until June 2013, or the June of when the school is ready for instructional purposes. This was something that was brought up by the chair of the Crowland community. They felt that if the transition were to take place, they would prefer to the transition to take place in September of a new school year. So we put that into the recommendation. That the southwest corner of East Welland be redirected to the new school on the Matthews Public School site, and that the extended French program remain at Princess Elizabeth Public School. Now, the last 2 pages with regards to the report are the school evaluations for Plymouth and Empire. And I'm not going to just go through them because they're quite similar to what we've had before, and I'll give you the opportunity to read them. There is a note, though, that I would like you to draw your attention to. Under page 8, under value to the community, one of the concerns was expressed by particularly Empire, and now that I listened to the presentations for this evening, it was also presented by the Matthews Public School parents that are concerned about accessibility. Many of the parents in that area do not have their own transportation and rely on public transportation. And so are hoping that the school, the Empire School was not concerned about joining with the Plymouth community, but were concerned that they could get to their child's school so that they could volunteer and could make sure that their children got to school safely without having to use, using public transit, because they do not drive. Many of them do not have cars. So I wanted to make sure that note was in there for trustees. And in the second valuation on page 9, a note that I wanted to put in the Crowland parent community. The Crowland Central, under value of the school to the community, the Crowland Central Public School community felt that Crowland Central Public School is the heart of their community, and agreed that although a new school at Matthews would be wonderful, it would not be good for their community. Many students walk and ride their bikes to school, and parents rely on carpooling. So I wanted to make sure that the voices of the Crowland parents were heard in the report as well. So that is the report of the ARC, and the motion for this is just to receive the final report, and it must be tabled for 60 days. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are there any questions?